Good morning, children. In previous class, we learned about two groups of microorganisms, that is fungi and bacteria. Fungi, how to observe fungi we learned, how to observe lactobacillus bacteria we learned. Fungi are also known as recyclers, or also known as cleaning surface of the earth. And we learned about how to observe bacteria, lactobacillus bacteria in previous class. No? Let us discuss about third group of microorganisms, algae. How to observe algae in your school lab? For this purpose, you have to take a scraping in pond water. You can find out a velvety growth on the walls of pond. No, take that scraping from that pond water, walls of pond, keep it on slide, put a water drop on it, cover with cover slip. If you will observe a microscope, we can find out algae like this. See here, this is the algae, Spirogyra. See, these are the algae known as Spirogyra. This is Spirogyra. If you will observe Spirogyra, we can find out cell wall. Why? Because it is a plant cell, and this is the chloroplast, ladder shape chloroplast. They have chloroplast, no? That's why they are green in color. We can find out a green scrapings on pond water, no? That is due to algae Spirogyra. They are green in color due to the presence of a pigment known as chlorophyll. Due to this chlorophyll, they are green in color. They trap solar energy to perform photosynthesis. So they belongs to plant kingdom, algae. We can find out chloroplast in it. They prepare their food in the process of photosynthesis. Next group of microorganisms, protozoa. Next topic, observing protozoa. For this, you have to take some hay. Hay means dry grass. Cut into small pieces. Drop the pieces of hay in pond water. Boil the pond water for some time. Leave it for 3 to 4 days. After that, take a drop of pond water. Keep it on slide. Put a cover with cover slip, and if you will observe microscope, we can find out some groups of protozoa. For example, if you will observe, we can find out amoeba, paramecium. See here, this is amoeba. Amoeba have finger-like projections known as pseudopodia. With the help of pseudopodia, they can move from one place to another place. And center portion we can find out nucleus. If you will observe pond water, we can find out protozoans like amoeba, paramecium. See here, paramecium looks like this. This is paramecium. Paramecium have small hair-like projections called cilia. Center portion we can find out nucleus. Amoeba, paramecium found in pond water belongs to a group known as protozoa. They have locomotory organs like pseudopodia and cilia. Pseudopodia found in amoeba, cilia found in paramecium. So many organisms belongs to protozoa. Next group of microorganisms, microarthropods. Fifth group of microorganisms known as microarthropods. How to observe microarthropods in your school lab? See here, for this you have to take, they are also known as soil microorganisms. They are also known as soil microorganisms. To observe soil microorganisms or microarthropods, you have to collect some soil. You have to collect some soil and drop the soil in a beaker which contain water. Stir it well. Stir it well. Leave the beaker of water with some time without disturbance. After, take out a drop of water from the beaker, keep it on slide, and if you look at the microscope, we can find out microarthropods. Do you know these soil microorganisms very useful to increase soil fertility? To increase soil fertility, they found in soil. They found in soil which helpful to increase the soil fertility. Examples of soil microarthropods are scabies mite and eyelash mite. Scabies mite, eyelash mite. Scabies mite causes a skin disease known as scabies. Eyelash mite causes eye infection. So this is about microarthropods. Up to here, we learned 5 groups of microorganisms: fungi, bacteria, algae, protozoa, microarthropods. Next group of microorganisms, very interesting topic, that is viruses. Do you know viruses are a special group of microorganisms? Do you know why viruses are special group, belong to special group of microorganisms? Means, do you know viruses can be seen only with the help of electron microscope? Up to here we learned some 5 groups of microorganisms. No, these 5 groups of microorganisms can be seen with ordinary microscope. Do you know the ordinary microscope can magnify the living things 1000 times? The ordinary microscope can magnify the living things. Magnify means increase. Magnify the living things 1000 times. But if you will take electron microscope, this electron microscope magnify the living things 10,000 times. 10,000 times. Viruses are very smallest microorganisms. Very smallest microorganisms. That's why we can observe viruses with the help of electron microscope. Do you know viruses are connecting link? Viruses are connecting link between living and non-living things. Very, very important question. Why viruses called as the connecting link between living and non-living things? Do you know viruses are very interesting microorganisms? Do you know inside of the host, host means the organisms which give shelter to other organisms known as host. Inside of the host, viruses act as living thing. Outside of the host, outside of the living body, it acts as non-living thing, means like crystal. So that's why it is the connecting link between living and non-living things. Why viruses called as the connecting link between living and non-living things? Viruses are the very smallest microorganisms. Inside of the host, inside of the living body, it acts as living thing. Outside of the host, outside of the living thing, it acts as a crystal. Crystal means a stone. So outside of the body it is non-living thing. Inside of the living body it is the living thing. That's why virus is called as the connecting link between living and non-living thing. Here one picture, that is HIV virus. It is a virus, human immunodeficiency virus. HIV, very, very important in the exam point of view. Draw the diagram of HIV virus. Human immunodeficiency virus. It causes a disease known as AIDS. This virus, HIV virus, causes a disease known as AIDS. Do you know viruses are the organisms which causes diseases to other organisms? So viruses known as parasites. Parasite means disease causing microorganism. Host means the organism which gives shelter to parasite is known as host. Human beings are host and viruses are parasites. They cause several diseases to human beings. Example, first one is AIDS and second one is polio. All we know about polio. It is a disease which caused by virus. Do you know study of viruses is called virology. Study of viruses is called virology. They cause diseases to animals. Viruses cause diseases to animals, so they are called parasites or pathogens. They cause diseases like AIDS, polio. So up to here we learned story of microorganisms part 1. Again, if you will observe in these 5 groups of microorganisms, fungi spoil the food material. Sometimes fungi also useful to soil. They helpful to clean the surface of the earth. They decay the dead organisms which helpful to clean the surface of the earth. So they are also called as cleaning surface of the earth. Sometimes fungi also helpful to recycle the nutrients in the soil. So they are also called as recyclers. If you will observe bacteria, some bacteria is useful to us which helpful for digestion. They are present in small intestine which helpful for digestion of food material. Some bacteria present in soil which helpful to increase soil fertility. They maintain symbiotic relationship with leguminous plants like groundnut. We will discuss in next lesson. Next, some bacteria are harmful to us. For example, if you will take typhoid, cholera, TB. TB means tuberculosis, etc. Diseases are caused due to bacteria. Typhoid is caused by a bacteria known as Salmonella typhi. Cholera, it is a disease which caused due to a bacteria known as Vibrio cholera. TB, tuberculosis, it is a disease which occurs to lungs. It is caused by a bacteria known as Mycobacterium tuberculosis. This means some bacteria useful to us, some are harmful to us. Some causes diseases to animals and human beings. Next, algae. They are present in water. They have a special green color pigment called chlorophyll. With the help of chlorophyll, they trap solar energy to prepare food in the process of photosynthesis. Do you know algae are the food for several fishes? They found in water. Next, protozoa. Protozoa, here we can observe unicellular organisms like amoeba, paramecium, and it comes to protozoa. Do you know some protozoans like Entamoeba histolytica. Entamoeba histolytica causes a disease known as amoebiasis. Means some protozoans does not cause harm to animals. Some protozoans like Entamoeba histolytica causes a disease known as amoebiasis. Amoebiasis means gum motions. For example, if you will take Plasmodium, it is a protozoan which causes a disease called malaria. Plasmodium, which belongs to protozoa, causes a disease called malaria. Entamoeba histolytica causes amoebiasis. This means some protozoans does not cause harm to animals. Some protozoans like Plasmodium, what is that? Plasmodium causes a disease known as malaria. All we know about malaria. And Entamoeba, it is a protozoan which causes a disease known as amoebiasis or gum motions. Next group of microorganisms, microarthropods. They are also called as soil microorganisms which found in soil. They helps to increase soil fertility. Some microarthropods like scabies mite, eyelash mite. Scabies mite causes a disease known as scabies. Eyelash mite causes eye infection to human beings. So some microarthropods increase soil fertility. Some microarthropods causes diseases in animals. So this is about 5 groups of microorganisms. This is about story of microorganisms part 1. Now write down the homework. First question. Draw a neat labeled diagram of HIV virus. First question, homework. Draw a neat labeled diagram of HIV, human immunodeficiency virus. Next, why viruses called as the connecting link between living and non-living things. Second question, why viruses called as the connecting link between living and non-living things. Third question, draw a neat labeled diagram of amoeba. Draw a neat labeled diagram of amoeba. Already drawn here. Amoeba have finger-like projections called pseudopodia. With the help of pseudopodia, they can move from one place to another place. So this is about today's homework. Next, we will discuss about my story of microorganisms part 2 in next class. Okay? Thank you.